Please subscribe to help you and your motorcycle perform better.
Dave Williams, editor, here with today's video. The third in our racing series, your first race event, your first race. Passing people during your first race, negotiating the starting procedures. How do you find your grid spot? Here's a preview.
All right, you've made it this far. You got your budget, you built your bike, you've done a couple track days, and you're heading off to your first race event. I can remember my first race event in Oregon, my first race event in California with AFM, and I can remember my first race event at Nationals as clear as day. The one thing that I do remember most of all that allowed me to get the greatest success out of that event was knowledge. What did that mean? I had no one mentoring me when I showed up to those events. No one. Most tracks have a radio frequency that allows you to listen. If you're pitted across from somebody who's in your group, you can keep an eye on them because race practices do not run like track day. You can't depend on a watch. Provided you get all that correct, you go through the hot pits, your group leaves to go on track for the given practice session. You've got to be aware of the riders around you because in that group, you're somewhat similar in the lower groups with the smaller bikes, somewhere around a 10-second variance. And so you've got to be aware of what's happening, aware of the riders. So 3 things. How much fork and shock travel did you use? That's mandatory on my bike. That's the very first thing I look at, even on the first session. I'm going out pretty damn hard in the first session because I've done this for a very long time. So how much fork and shock travel am I using? Now, if it's your first race meet, you may have gone faster than you've ever gone before and not be aware of that. It happens, trust me. You got to watch a race start. You got to see what's involved in that whole, and I mean that whole spectacle. Not hard to figure out, and there's plenty of people on grid to help you. That's on you. So when you're coming in to make a pass, you're trail braking to get in there, do you have the time? Because at club level, we all have to go to work on Monday. We all have families. We all come from a family. We don't want to put each other in hospital, but what they'll exhibit is consistency. So as you are racing, can you race at a percentage where you are hitting all your reference points and activity sections correctly, consistently? That will get you around the track way faster than, okay, I'm going to catch this guy.
Catch the full video at DaveMossTuning.com.